All right, hello, I'm Felix with Gurney's, and we're continuing the fruit harvesting segment. So we talked a little bit about how to pick it and when, and what I have here are a number of pieces of fruit, and they're of varying degrees of ripeness, and they were picked a little differently. So the first one here, when you start squeezing the fruit, when it's really ripe, you'll leave these indentations because it's getting really peak inside there. Again, we are talking about a custardy consistent fruit pulp, and when it's peak, you get this give, and it's very mushy, and that's when it's at its best. Again, you look at that and you start thinking about how that'll hold up in a grocery store. If you have to pick these in volumes and transport them, it creates a problem. But as a homeowner, you can pick this when it's peak, bring it in and use it right away, serve it up, extract the pulp, and make some recipes with it. This other one is a little less ripe, not quite as soft, but it does have a give. It's got a really nice finish to it. Remember we were talking about the one fruit per cluster. You can see here we just took a knife and cut the stem off. So there's a little bit of stem, that way we're not tearing. Here's an example of a multi-clustered piece of multi-cluster fruit set. So again, one flower, and we had 3 fruit set. You can see here, even just in bringing it from the tree inside, you have some tear where the skin's tearing it. And it really, this one here is a little riper. Even if you cut that here, you're going to have an open side. Now this isn't a problem if you're going to bring it in and eat it right away, but if you want to keep that for a few days, it's an area for fruit flies to get attached to, and really it's not as desirable as being able to cut a fruit off the stem like we did in that case. Here's another set of fruit. We have 4 per cluster. One already was picked out in the field and had that tearing issue. What I want to illustrate with this cluster is that there's a varying degree of ripeness. This one here is still pretty firm. The one to this side has got yellowing, and you can see the indentations. It's softening up nicely. So you do get this variable ripening in a cluster, and the best way to deal with that is to pick them one at a time, but you have to be very careful how to cut this fruit off. If I was out in the field on the tree, to try to get a knife in there and avoid damaging the other fruit, it's tricky business, but it can be done, but you still have that opening. Even in that case where I've cut it off, there's quite a difference there.